What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Sector for Nerds. I'm Ryan Brower, and today I'm here to rank every single episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars from worst to best. This is by far the hardest thing I have ever had to do. Not just here on the channel, but in life. As you guys may have seen a while back on my channel, I did a video ranking every episode from worst to best of Star Wars Rebels, and that was the first time in history anyone had ever done that, and I am about to make history here again today, ranking every single episode of Clone Wars from worst to best. It doesn't matter if this video gets 1 view, it doesn't matter if it gets 1 million views, I was the first one to do it. And you know what? It makes sense why no one has done this before, because there are 133 episodes of Star Wars The Clone Wars. So I took the list of episodes and compiled them together in a list in ranking them of what I personally think are the worst episodes to the best episodes. So you guys will have to let me know in the comments whether or not you agree with my list, whether you disagree with it, but I do ask that you be respectful of everybody's opinion in the comments. So we're gonna kind of do this the same way we did the Rebels video, where I'll give you the number of the episode that's being ranked, the name of the episode, and a brief like sentence or two of why I placed the episode where it did, or just a little side comment about the episode, whatever, just the way to continue the video so we don't spend hours talking about it. Before we begin, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video around to help support the channel. Alright, you guys ready for this? Here we go. Number 133, Senate Spy, the episode, that standalone episode in season 2 that had Clovis in it, and it was just absolute garbage. Number 132, Senate Murders. Most Senate episodes in this show were just awful. Those kinds of episodes just gave me too much prequel Senate vibes. Number 131, Mercy Mission, a really boring episode with C-3PO and R2-D2. Number 130, NOMAD Droids, an episode that was only slightly better, but still awful. Number 129, A Sunny Day in the Void, Need I Say More? Number 128, Duchess of Mandalore, another really boring Senate episode. Number 127, Evil Plans, episode with C-3PO and R2. It was also kind of a Senate episode. At least it had some Cad Bane in it. And a little bit of Toto 360. Shout out to my boy Seth Green. Number 126, Supply Lines. Overall, this was a really boring episode, as it mostly just had Bail Organa and Jar Jar Binks trying to convince Toydaria to help RYLOTH. The only two good things that came out of this was Jar Jar's dinner entertainment and Master I'm a Gundai going down like a true hero. Number 125, An Old Friend. Number 124, Crisis at Heart. And number 123, The Rise of Clovis. This was the set of episodes that had Clovis and the Lost Missions that, in my opinion, were just boring as heck to watch. The only reason that I have The Rise above Clovis above all the others is because of the scene where Anakin kicks the crap out of him. Number 122, Trespass, the episode where Obi-Wan and Anakin go to the moon of Pantora. This episode was just kinda you know, it was what it was. Number 121, Pursuit of Peace, another Senate episode that, you know, it was just kind of there. However, I will admit I really did enjoy Padme's speech at the end of that episode, and then Palpatine's reaction to it after. Number 120, Hostage Crisis, another Senate episode, so of course it's going to be ranked low. It had Cad Bane in it, which is, you know, kind of cool, like I put it above the other Senate episodes, but at the same time I still was not a fan of this episode. At number 119, Mystery of 1,000 Moons, and at number 118, Blue Shadow Virus. Two decent episodes on, you know, Naboo, where Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka try to stop Dr. Nuvo Vindi. I just ranked the episode that had more Vindi in it higher because I thought he was a funny villain. Yeah. Number 117, Sphere of Influence, a decent Senate episode, but it also had the debut of Greedo. Number 116, Secret Weapons, a decent episode where a bunch of droids invade a separatist dreadnought. Number 115, Assassin, an episode where Ahsoka has Force visions of Aurra Sing killing Padme, in which they are both able to stop. Number 114, The Disappeared Part 1, and number 113, The Disappeared Part 2. I really don't know what to make of these two episodes. I don't know whether I like them or hate them. I don't think it's either. I really just don't know. Number 112, Lightsaber Lost, a decent standalone episode where Ahsoka loses her lightsaber. Number 111, Death Trap. Number 110, R2-D2 Comes Home. And number 109, Lethal Trackdown, a decent arc with Boba Fett. It wasn't the greatest arc in the show, but you know what, it was pretty decent. Number 108, Heroes on Both Sides, a decent Senate episode because it had Ahsoka in it. I liked the scenes between her and Lux. Number 107, Sabotage, an episode where someone ends up bombing the Jedi Temple. Number 106, Dooku Captured, and number 105, The Gungan General, two really good episodes about Hondo and Florum. Number 104, Downfall of a Droid, and number 103, Duel of the Droids, two really good episodes where R2-D2 ends up getting lost and Anakin and Ahsoka have to find him. Number 102, Ambush, the first ever episode of Clone Wars that had Yoda in it, which was a very funny episode. At number 101, we have Rising Malevolence, number 100, Shadow of Malevolence, and number 99, Destroy Malevolence. I put these episodes together, and I've been putting some of these arcs together just because I feel like they kind of go hand in hand with each other, and obviously that's not going to happen with every arc on this list, but just throwing that out there. Number 98, Bombad Jedi, the episode where Jar Jar wears a Jedi robe. This was actually another episode that I found very funny. Number 97, The Lair of Grievous, an episode where Dooku ends up kind of turning his back on Grievous for a little bit, but as a way to test him and see if he's capable of still leading the droid army, and in the end, you know, he kind of fails. Number 96, The Hidden Enemy. In canon, the second ever episode of Clone Wars chronologically, but Season 1, Episode 16 is what it is known as. I liked the idea of Rex and Cody trying to find the clone traitor, and then they finally get to him, and I thought that whole thing was very good. Number 95, Cloak of Darkness, the episode where Ahsoka and Luminara go up against Ventress. Number 94, Corruption, the episode where Padme and Satine are on Mandalore trying to uncover a plot against Mandalore. Number 93, Hunt for Zero, the episode where Quinlan Vos makes his debut, and he and Obi-Wan go up against Cad Bane. Number 92, The Unknown, 91, Conspiracy, 90, Fugitive, and 89, Orders, a decent clone arc about Fives and Tup. This arc for me was an okay arc, but when we just had an arc about Ahsoka that happened before this, it was like, okay, it kind of reminds me too much of that, though I did cry when Fives died. He was one of the OGs, man. Number 88, Kidnapped, number 87, Slaves of the Republic, and number 86, Escape from KADAVO, a nice arc that centers around Anakin, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and Rex as they go to try and free all the slaves from the Zygerian Empire. Number 85, Gone with a Trace, number 84, Deal No Deal, number 83, Dangerous Debt, and number 82, Together Again. People can say all they want that they weren't a fan of this arc. I thought that this was a decent arc. It was definitely better than all the Senate episodes and some of the other episodes that I've definitely already mentioned on this list. This arc showed Ahsoka getting back on her feet after she just walked away from the lowest point in her life of leaving the Jedi Order, because I've said it many times, you can't go from that to Siege of Mandalore. It doesn't make any sense. You have to be able to see Ahsoka in one of her lowest points, even if it's with characters that we don't like. If you can't handle Ahsoka at her worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve her at her best. Number 81, Children of the Force, the episode where Darth Sidious is going after children. Number 80, Holocron Heist. Number 79, Cargo Doom. Two really good episodes with Cad Bane. Children of the Force was a part of that arc too, but I thought these other two episodes were better, and I really enjoyed having Cad Bane here, especially because I wasn't the biggest fan of the Season 1 finale. I really enjoyed Cad Bane in this arc. Number 78, The Deserter, a decent episode that showed a clone who ended up leaving the army. Number 77, Monster, a decent episode that told us the story about how Savage Opress came to be. Number 76, Clone Cadets, the origin story of Domino Squad, which, you know, looking back at it today still kind of gives me water eyes when I see it. Number 75, an episode where Master Windu ends up liberating RYLOTH from the Separatists. Number 76, 74, Rookies, and season 1 episode that I really enjoyed that involved Domino Squad. Number 73, Storm over RYLOTH, the episode where Anakin and Ahsoka have to take apart the Separatist blockade above RYLOTH, an episode where Ahsoka really came into her own. Number 72, Innocence of RYLOTH, a nice episode where Obi-Wan invades the planet's surface of RYLOTH. Waxer and Boyle end up meeting this little girl named Numa. Number 71, The Mandalore Plot, the first time that we get Mandalorians in Clone Wars. Number 70, Jedi Crash, and number 69, Defenders of Peace. These 2 episodes freaking ruled. They're my favorite episodes of season 1, and just because I have them, you know, midway through my list, guys, like, let's not remember there's 133 episodes, so of course there's gonna be a ton of good episodes in this show, but I really enjoyed these 2 episodes. The music was different, having Ayla Secura in there was amazing, just, I loved everything about these episodes. Number 68, The Zillo Beast, the episode where George Lucas went, alright guys, we need to put a Godzilla in the Clone Wars. Number 67, Cat and Mouse, the episode where Anakin goes up against Admiral Trench with his stealth ship, and chronologically, this is the first ever episode of Clone Wars, if you're watching it in chronological order. Number 66, Legacy of Terror. They introduced zombies into Star Wars. Number 65, Brain Invaders, an episode where the worms that were possessing the zombie Geonosians end up going into the clones and then in Barriss, and then there's a really dark moment where Barriss tells Ahsoka to kill her to rid the, you know, the zombie effect from her, but Ahsoka doesn't do it. It was all good stuff. Number 64, Landing at Point Rang, and number 63, Weapons Factory. I thought Landing at Point Rang was a good episode to start off the Geonosis arc, but that Weapons Factory episode with Anakin and Luminara taking on the droids, and then Ahsoka and Barriss going into that place and destroying the factory, like, that was a really good episode. Number 62, Voyage of Temptation. Overall, this was a good episode about Obi-Wan trying to protect Satine. Anakin was there as well. There was a traitor on board the ship. Anakin ended up killing him because otherwise he was going to blow up the ship. Number 61, The Zillo Beast Strikes Back, the episode where Godzilla ends up dying. Number 60, Prisoners. Number 59, Gungan Attack. And number 58, Water War. This was the set of episodes that took place on Mon Cala, and this freaking ruled. I was a huge fan of this arc. Number 57, Shadow Warrior, an episode where Grievous ends up getting captured, but then once Anakin is captured, they have to do a prisoner exchange. Number 56, Brothers, the episode where Darth Maul makes his Clone Wars debut. Number 55, Missing in Action, the Gregor episode where we learn of this clone trooper who went missing and they finally found him and they got his memory back and then ends up sacrificing himself so the droids can continue their mission. Number 54, Point of No Return, the episode that happens after that where the Separatists end up hijacking a Republic ship and they put a bunch of Rhydonium in it. They try to blow up the entire Republic fleet, but that ends up failing thanks to R2. Number 53, The Bad Batch. Number 52, A Distant Echo. Number 51, On the Wings of Kiridax. And number 50, Unfinished Business. These episodes about The Bad Batch freaking ruled, and it was a nice way to start off the season 7 of Star Wars The Clone Wars, and I didn't necessarily want to like rank them out of order because I think they're just better told as one full story together, so that's why I kind of ranked them together in order of the way the episodes went. Number 49, The Lost One, the episode where the Jedi are looking into the death of Sifo Dyas and they learned that Dooku created the clone army. Maybe if the Jedi would have taken that knowledge of Dooku creating the army and then went back to that 5's arc and went, oh yeah, remember these chips that we were hearing about that makes them do whatever someone wants? Maybe we should put those two things together. 48, Voices, the episode where Yoda hears the voice of Qui-Gon Jinn and he goes to Dagobah to start his training to learn consciousness after death. Number 47, Destiny, the episode that continues Yoda's journey where he meets the Force priestesses. Number 46, The Academy, a really good episode about Ahsoka teaching these cadets on Mandalore, and she uncovers a plot that was put in place by Prime Minister Almec. Number 45, Grievous Intrigue, the episode where Obi-Wan goes up against Grievous and Anakin and Adi Gallia take on a bunch of commando droids. They rescue Eth Koth. Overall, a really good episode. Especially when Grievous was in like half of the season 1 episodes, and then we went for a while without seeing him, so it was good to see him again. Number 44, The Gathering. Number 43, A Test of Strength. Number 42, Bound for Rescue. And number 41, A Necessary Bond. All of the episodes where Ahsoka takes the younglings to Ilum, they make their sabers, or they go to get their kyber crystals, then they end up building their lightsabers, and then Hondo attacks them. Ahsoka gets captured, they rescue Ahsoka, the Separatists arrive, they all gotta work together to get out. It's just a really nice told story. Number 40, The Citadel. Number 39, Counterattack. And number 38, Citadel Rescue. A nice set of episodes where Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka go to rescue Evan Peel and Captain Tarkin. And just to reiterate, I have some of these arcs listed together because they're better together instead of them just being singular episodes. They work, in my opinion, very well together as a set of episodes, as if you're watching a movie. That's why I have some of these arcs ranked together. Number 37, Bounty Hunters, an episode where we actually need their scum to take down Hondo and his pirates. Number 36, Night Sisters, the episode where Ventress is betrayed by Dooku. She goes to encounter him, and Dooku fights off her and 2 of her fellow Night Sister brethren in his pajamas. Number 35, Padawan Loss. And number 34, Wookiee Hunt. 2 really good episodes where Ahsoka is captured by Trandoshans, taken to this planet where she is hunted for sport, and she finds these other Jedi younglings that she teams up with, and they end up conquering the pirates along with the help of Chewbacca and some fellow Wookiee brethren. Number 33, ARC Troopers, the episode where the Separatists attack Kamino, and Echo and Fives are officially made ARC Troopers, which is a cool moment. Number 32, A Friend in Need, a standalone episode about Ahsoka and Lux and their encounter with Death Watch. And as far as we know, based on what we've seen on screen, that was the episode where Ahsoka had her first kiss. Number 31, Deception, an episode where Obi-Wan is supposedly killed, but instead he's actually just going undercover as assassin Reiko Hardeen. Number 30, Friends in Enemies, an episode where Obi-Wan, Cad Bane, and Morali Val are on Nal Hutta. Obi-Wan obviously still undercover as Reiko Hardeen, and then Anakin almost kills him. Bane ends up saving him, and Anakin finds out that Obi-Wan is indeed still alive. Number 29, A War on Two Fronts. Number 28, Front Runners. Number 27, The Soft War. And number 26, Tipping Points. These 4 episodes frickin' rule. This is one of my favorite arcs in the whole show, where Ahsoka is sent to help train rebels on Onderon to help liberate their planet. It's almost kind of like a prelude to the Rebel Alliance. Number 25, Massacre, an episode where the Separatists literally massacre all of the Night Sisters, but fortunately for Ventress, she was able to get away. Number 24, Crisis on Naboo, an episode where Obi-Wan is still undercover as Reiko Hardeen, but he ends up helping save the Republic by capturing Cad Bane and Morali Val, but Anakin's like, yeah, no, hold on, how do you even know you know the whole truth? And so they end up finding out Dooku's still there. Anakin and Dooku have like their 500th battle in the show, but it's also a chance for Palpatine to see Anakin's progression as a Jedi for himself. Number 23, Eminence, the episode where Maul begins his work building the Shadow Collective. 22, To Catch a Jedi, a nice episode where Ahsoka is on the run from the clone troopers and Anakin. She teams up with Ventress as well. Speaking of Asajj Ventress, at number 21, Bounty, the episode where she teams up with a group of bounty hunters including Boba Fett and Bossk. Number 20, Darkness on Umbara. Number 19, The General. Number 18, Plan of Descent. And number 17, Carnage of Krell, the Umbara arc. These episodes frickin' ruled. What I like so much about it was that the 501st had their back against the wall for pretty much this entire arc, dealing with people and weapons that they had never dealt with before, a general who was literally doing his best to try and get them all killed. It was just crazy, and it showed us a lot of the different members of the 501st, including Fives, Jesse, Hardcase, Kix, Dogma. It was such a nice arc. And all the characters are voiced by one dude and one dude alone, my guy D. Bradley Baker. Shout out to D. Bradley Baker for the entire Clone Wars series, for voicing all of the clones and giving them all different personalities while making them all sound the same at the same time. I can't wait to see what he does with the Bad Batch series. 16, Witches of the Mist, the episode where Ventress and Savage go up against Dooku, and Savage ends up betraying Ventress. Number 15, Sacrifice, the episode where Yoda travels to the Sith homeworld of Moraband. Yes, it's Moraband, not Korriban, because George Lucas changed it. Yoda has an encounter in this episode with Dooku and Palpatine and even Darth Bane. Number 14, The Jedi Who Knew Too Much, the episode where Ahsoka is framed for blowing up the temple and is on the run from clone troopers and Anakin. Shout out to Matt Lanner and Ashley Eckstein for having an amazing bit of dialogue at the end of that episode where Ahsoka basically tells Anakin, you have to trust me now. Number 13, Revenge, the episode where Mother Talzin gives Maul a new set of legs and gets his memory back, and then him and his brother go up against Obi-Wan and Ventress in an amazing lightsaber fight. Number 12, The Box, a very underrated episode in my opinion about Obi-Wan still undercover as assassin Rako Hardeen, along with Cad Bane and a bunch of other bounty hunters trying to survive this obstacle course of death, essentially. Number 11, Revival, the episode where Maul and Savage try to recruit Hondo and his pirates. Half of them end up joining, the other half don't, and then Obi-Wan ends up getting there, along with A.D. Gullia, has a saber fight with the both of them, and Gullia dies. Obi-Wan has an amazing comeback when it's 2-on-1, and he ends up cutting off Savage's arm. It was a really cool thing to see Obi-Wan basically in his prime going up against two Sith, or at least two people that are claiming to be Sith. Number 10, Overlords. Number 9, Ghosts of Mortis. And number 8, Altar of Mortis. I like the Altar of Mortis episode better than the rest because it was a nice episode where Ahsoka, it was actually a crazy episode where Ahsoka turns to the dark side and then Anakin has to fight her and then the son kills her and then Anakin brings her back to life with the help of the daughter. And so it's such a crazy episode, but that whole arc in general was so freaking awesome. Having so many amazing moments like Obi-Wan seeing Qui-Gon, Anakin seeing his future, all of it was absolutely amazing. The arc is filled with so much mystery and I love it. Number 7, Shades of Reason, the episode that had that amazing battle between Maul and Vizsla. Number 6, The Lawless, another episode that's known for a lightsaber battle, this one with Palpatine versus Maul and Savage. Palpatine kills Savage and then tells Maul, I have other uses for you. Number 5, The Wrong Jedi, the episode where is famously known for Ahsoka walking away from the Jedi Order. Also, it's the first time Star Wars got me to shed a few tears. And as for the final 4 episodes on this list, you guys probably already know. Old Friends Not Forgotten, The Phantom Apprentice, Shattered, and Victory in Death. You can place these episodes in any which order you want to, and it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, these 4 episodes are by far the best episodes in this entire show. What's so great about this is it didn't feel like 4 episodes, it felt like a movie, even more so than the actual Clone Wars movie. These final 4 episodes of the show are just a credit to the years and years of storytelling that George Lucas and Dave Filoni told on this show, and the reason why I love it so much is because it's centered around characters like Ahsoka and Maul, 2 characters that I loved back when the show was originally around, and then we never got to see the outcome of what happened to these 2 characters. And now with these 4 episodes, we did. Obviously, we had them in Rebels because the fact that Clone Wars was canceled, and in the middle of that cancellation, we had Star Wars Rebels. But at the same time, it was still nice to see that story. And even when I'm watching those episodes for the first time and Ahsoka is going through Order 66, I was still holding my breath for her in certain moments, even though in the back of my mind, I knew that she was going to survive. There were so many amazing moments in this show between Ahsoka and Anakin's final encounter in the Clone Wars, Order 66, Ahsoka dueling with Maul in a fight that was mocapped. The list goes on and on and on. Hands down the best 4 episodes in this show and the best arc in this show. But that's going to wrap us up here today, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share this video around as it really helps support the channel, and let me know in the comments what you guys thought of my list. Do you agree? Do you disagree? please be respectful in the comments, but just let me know. And also, if you guys have like your own list or your own set of episodes that you really enjoy, just let me know, and I will see you guys next time.